The Leadership and Courage Award is given to a sarcoma patient who through their actions have not been defeated by sarcoma, but are an inspiration to other sarcoma patients. Miles Levin is all that and more. There are very few times in life where you meet someone who is so special, so extraordinary, and yet very humble at the same time, that it moves you to be so much more appreciative of your own life. I've never personally met anyone who has touched more lives than Miles Levin. Miles writes his thoughts, feelings, and daily trials into a blog that is read every day by thousands of people all over the world. His strength, his courage, and his attitude about life is so moving, so inspiring that lessons are learned from it, that you can truly strive to appreciate life and all the goodness in the world. There is a saying that goes, it is not about the amount of breaths you take in this life, but about the people you touch. That saying speaks volumes for the way Miles leads his life. I wanted to share with you a response to one of his blogs. Hi Miles, I wanted to let you know that you are always on my mind and in my heart. I even quoted you the other day on my son's care page. When you said that life is breathtakingly amazing, you are so incredibly amazing to me. You have enlightened my life and spirit. Now I look for the positive side of things all the time. It can be challenging, but I find myself doing it constantly, all because of you. Your attitude and spirit have made such a positive impact on society. You are amazing. My thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. And this is the type of response that Miles' blog receives every day. It is my honor and it is my privilege to represent the Sarcoma Foundation of America and present the Leadership and Courage Award to Miles Levin. Thank you.
Thank you so much. For so many of us, meaningfulness is a precious little gem buried somewhere at the bottom of our idle day-to-day tasks and worries. Yet certain things in this world sing to us a sublime wake-up call. We're constantly searching for them, something real to hold on to and give us the feeling that our lives count for something worthwhile. Whatever this means to us personally, and we should not limit ourselves for where we may expect to find significance or what form it may take. These special experiences, notions, relationships, and phenomena, they are what we experience as the profound. They mean something in very much the same way that entertainment tonight means nothing. And when we find it, we know, because we can say, now this is life. Dealing with sarcoma is life. It is real life in full grit and glory. And, as I'm sure you already know, it forces to the forefront of our thoughts some very profound philosophical reconsiderations and ultimately resignations. Sarcoma forces us to admit that the universe is more cruel and random than we would like it to be. To look into the eyes of a child with sarcoma is to look into the face of total injustice. There are many things that are unfair in this world, such as poverty or political corruption, but childhood sarcoma touches a very special nerve, wrenching especially deep at our souls. It hurts us to see a child prematurely stripped of their innocence, forced at the age of 8 to confront the possibility of dying. It hurts when I've had to lie alone in a hospital bed on a Friday night, knowing that at that very moment all my friends were out being young and wild and oblivious. It hurts to see the pain on the faces of the moms and dads and siblings. It hurts me to see a bright future truncated when I know what they'll be missing. The thrilling freedom of a new driver's license, the splendor of first love. We mourn for what they'll never have. Those older than I mourn for what I'll probably never have. The college experience, a profession, marriage, children, grandchildren, retirement. And believe me, I mourn too. But I know that I've had something very special happen in my life, and it doesn't have to do with any of that. Every day I get countless emails from people around the world telling me how profoundly I've changed their lives, that I've helped them see the world as if through new eyes, or that I've helped bring them peace in their own struggles. To be able to do this for so many others is gratifying beyond words. And I think to myself that maybe this is where my good does the most, even if I must die young. I do my best to try and embrace my sacrifice in happiness. Life is not a tragedy, but tragedy is a part of life. When we come face to face with the tragic, we are more alive because of it. Our emotions of sadness and despair vivify the human experience, elevating it above the daily mundane. And by testing our love, hardship thereby strengthens it. Anything that builds character is inherently uncomfortable. And yet in the face of all the hopelessness that sarcoma brings, more dismal and morbid than can be found in almost any other corner of the world, I have witnessed hope here such as I have never known before. In the trenches of despair, I have seen unparalleled courage and optimism. In our struggle with sarcoma, it somehow finds a way to be a testament to all the good in the human character. I once wrote in my blog that it seems to take the bleakest, darkest of human tribulations to bring out the best in us and help us rally around what really matters. The families and friends in the ring with sarcoma, they display, with a fullness rarely seen in ordinary circumstance, the almighty power of love. We know what sacrifice really means. It is long-term, it is unconditional, and it is found overwhelmingly in the world of sarcoma. You see, the families here, we are an army. We raise our swords against the very nature of the universe, against the short end of the stick, against the biological onslaught taking soldiers from us every day. We are an army. I have received abounding kindness from my nurses, almost to stick it to this cruelty of a situation we cannot control. And maybe despite the random forces beyond our influence, I see doctors working themselves to the point of exhaustion, dedicated in the desperate pursuit to save another life from this relentless disease. I see courage in the parents who have given up their professions to become full-time caregivers. I see pure guts in the patients, taking it day at a time, whatever the ride may bring. But most of all, as I step out of the elevators onto the pediatric oncology floor, I see love. I see it all around me. In a very deep way, sarcoma brings us together, binding us in a warm and understanding love. And for all the bad things that it brings, this gift is priceless. I'm not really sure I believe in all those biblical miracles like the splitting of the Red Sea, but I've sat and talked with other families in waiting rooms and at the Ronald McDonald House, and we've laughed about all sorts of things, including cancer. And I think to be able to find yourself at the center of hell and still smile at the flames, that's a miracle if I've ever seen one. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for this award. I can only hope to live up to the noble reputation of the good work being done here at the Sarcoma Foundation of America. You should all be so proud of who you are and what you strive for. Thank you.